fam, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a monthly September message for all of the Scorpios out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it will not resonate with every single Scorpio out in the collective. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic intuitive and spiritual coach. I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every week right here on this channel. Without further ado, let's get into your message, Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, you know the drill. We are going to do a 9-card draw. If we need to clarify any cards already on the table, we will do so with a separate deck. Let's get shuffling. Angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, what information and what insight can you offer Scorpio this month? What information and what insight can you offer Scorpio this month? What information and what insight can you offer Scorpio this month? What information and what insight can you offer Scorpio this month? What information and what insight can you offer Scorpio this month? What information and what insight can you offer Scorpio this month? What information and what insight can you offer Scorpio this month? What information and what insight can you offer Scorpio this month? What information and what insight can you offer Scorpio this month? What information and what insight can you offer Scorpio this month? What information and what insight can you offer Scorpio this month? You got a lot of fire energy here, Scorpio. 2 more, please. 2 more. One more, please. All right, Scorpio, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. This is a very interesting spread for you. Let's get right into it, shall we? So, starting off at the bat, where you currently are, you are starting off at the 5 of Wands. Now, the 5 of Wands, I usually interpret as conflicting energy. And I really feel that I don't really feel it's like conflict, but I feel like it is a little bit of a struggle for you. I sort of feel like all of these individuals are each trying to achieve their own thing, but they're trying to, instead of being separate or individual, they need to learn to work together. They need to learn to collaborate in order to be able to help each other, right? It's really about working together towards a common goal. And everyone's goal is to ascend or to become more in alignment with their highest version, right? But I feel that instead of just, I feel like you should be utilizing the assistance of others, not to the point where you rely on them wholeheartedly, but to the point where you can learn from them, or you can have them help you instead. But I feel like sometimes, Scorpio, I feel that you come off very standoffish. And the reason why I say that is because I'm looking at the middle of your spread here. And the middle of your spread is the Emperor. And the Emperor is a very masculine energy. It's a very, like, I have to do it all by myself kind of energy. But I also want to point out that if you look at this Emperor's face, he looks very much standoffish, like very unapproachable. Okay. And I feel that because you're currently in this conflicting energy, this unapproachable energy that you're sort of giving off, it makes it very difficult for people to approach you and want to be able to assist you towards a common goal or towards anything that you might want to try to achieve. And I don't feel that you're doing this intentionally. I just feel that this is something that's just how it's always been. It's part of your innate energy, right? You're currently in this very conflicting energy because I feel it's because you're wanting the power. You know, you have your own personal power, right? Because the Emperor also talks about personal power. But when I'm looking at these cards, you have the Five of Wands with the King of Wands and the Four of Wands. Now, here's what's interesting. Okay, Scorpio. So I got quite a bit of ways into your reading when I noticed that my camera stopped recording. So I just looked at the footage to see where I was. I drew clarifiers. You are not going to see me shuffle. You're just going to see me go right where we left off. So the last thing I mentioned was that when I'm looking at your spread, I see that you have in your past position, you have the Five of Wands with the King of Wands and the Four of Wands. So what that's telling me is that this Five of Wands is a very conflicting energy where all of these individuals are sort of trying to achieve the same common goal, but they're fighting amongst each other instead of working together towards that common goal. I feel that you have this passion and this desire that is within your nature with this King of Wands, but a King of Wands can be very arrogant all on its own. It's a very me energy, and I feel that what you're needing to embrace here is sort of like this we energy, right? Because you're wanting a stability, and you're wanting the stability and security of abundance and prosperity and success. That is what you're desiring. But the current energy that you're in isn't going to give you that, okay? Now, I did draw clarifiers for the Five of Wands as well as the Seven of Wands, okay? Now, the clarifier for this Five of Wands energy was the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So remember, when I said that this Five of Wands is a very conflicting type of energy, it's where so it's like all of this. So the wands itself represents things that you are passionate about, things that you desire. So it could be, stuff like that. Okay. It can also be, certain relationships that you're passionate about, right? So anything that you are passionate about. Okay. I sort of feel that you're trying to sort of do all of these things, okay? You have this very conflicting energy where you're trying to do all of these things, accomplish all of these things. And what I feel is happening is that you're not achieving anything. And again, it's about recognizing that even though you have all of these batons, these wands that you are trying to sort of light a match to so that you can reach this potentiality, you're not trusting in the process. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles is a very stable, it's a very consistent energy, okay? So the advice that Spirit is giving you here with this Five of Wands is that you need to learn to trust the process. You need to learn to trust that you are supported, that you are guided, and that you are loved as you're going along this journey, right? It's not about how many wands you can collect, how many wands that you can burn all at the same time. It's about sticking to the process. It's about, I had this saying, it's about detaching from the outcome and truly allowing yourself to stick to one routine, one process, knowing that you are divinely supported in that aspect and that you're being guided in an appropriate fashion to achieve the things that you're wanting to achieve, okay? Now, you remember that your theme was the Three of Pentacles, right? Which is about communicating and collaborating towards and building something magical that is balanced, right? Mind, body, and spirit, right? So this is your theme this month is about you working with you and your spirit team and your higher self. This is about you working with your lighter self and your shadow self, coming into balance so that you could build this magical life that you are trying to create here, Scorpio. Now, what are you accomplishing this month? Remember, I said that you had the Seven of Wands, and I normally don't read the Seven of Wands the way that I'm reading it. But what I'm seeing here is that you're fighting yourself and you are fighting everything that you are trying to achieve. I'm sort of reading this as these are individuals or the certain situations, relationships, things that are trying to help you accomplish this common goal that you have, right? This achievement that you are trying to achieve. And I sort of feel that you're sabotaging yourself by constantly battling, trying to sort of keep them all off at bay, right? So you're not really truly connecting to the passion of each one of them, okay? You're not allowing them to support you either. I sort of feel like you're just sort of fighting everything off. It's almost like you're fighting against yourself. You're not really allowing yourself to truly be connected, to really listen to what the experience is really trying to teach you, right? Your advice for that was the Knight of Wands. And I love this energy because the Knight of Wands can sometimes be a very in and out energy. It can be a very consistent energy. But here's what I want to point out about this Knight of Wands. If you look very closely at this card, you'll notice that there are 4 wands, right? You have one wand here, one wand here. There's one back there behind her, and then there's one here, which is very representative of the 4 of Wands, which is about the stability and the security that you have. Notice how this woman here is beating this drum, right? And as she's beating this drum, she's finding this exhilaration and this joy that sort of lights on fire, right? So that which she feeds creates, it actually continues to spark that flame, right? And notice how she is in balance with, the light self and the shadow self, right? So what I really feel that what you're accomplishing this month is you coming into alignment and learning how to balance the flow of your own passion and desires between your light self and your shadow self, okay? I really feel that what this is really about is it's about you learning to recognize and embrace all aspects of how spirit sort of assists you or how it helps you to accomplish this common goal that you're seeking towards. Now, what do you need to avoid? Okay, so now this is where it gets interesting. What you need to avoid is the King of Wands, okay? Remember what I said was that sometimes the King of Wands can be read as a very arrogant type of energy. It's a solo energy. Remember when I said it's more like a me energy instead of a we energy, right? So this is what you need to avoid. You need to avoid that constant need and desire to want to do everything. Okay, because that's really what I'm hearing here. Because remember how I said with this 5 of Wands, You have all of these things that you're wanting to accomplish, all of these things that you're wanting to do. And there's nothing wrong with that, Scorpio. There is absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to accomplish 50 million things or do 50 million things. But you have to remember that you cannot burn both ends of the stick. You have to remember that everything is meant to teach you something, and it's meant to help you become more in alignment with what you are trying, with that greatest version of yourself, right? It's that higher aspect of yourself. So what you need to avoid is being stuck in this mindset that I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. Avoid that mentality that it's only one way, right? There's only one way for me to achieve this specific goal. It's wanting you to explore the depths of potentiality. It's wanting you to explore the depths of potential possibilities, right? With the King of Wands, the salamanders represent luck, right? It represents that they could walk on fire. And you have to understand here, Scorpio, that as you embark on this journey and you go along this path, there are going to be, a lot of times we avoid certain things because we're trying to avoid getting burned. We're trying to avoid failure, right? But what this is really trying to tell you is that you need to avoid that. You need to do it because it's going to teach you something. The more that you avoid something, the more it's going to present itself to you in that way, because it's really remember, everything's about an experience. Everything is about learning something. Now, what do you need to embrace this month? Here's the Emperor, okay? This is what you're embracing. You are embracing this pure divine masculine energy that is taking action. And it's recognizing that you need to step into your personal power, right? Because the Emperor represents personal power. You need to step into your own personal power and recognize that you have control over the things that you focus on, right? And if you want to accomplish something, you're the only one that can put forth the work. You're the only one that can do it. So that is what you need to embrace this month, right? Embrace that mindset that an emperor has all of the knowledge, right? Don't look at it and in the aspect of, well, there's still so much more that I need to learn. No, you learn every single day. Everything that you do, every person that you come into contact with, everything that you do on a single basis teaches you something. You're learning every single day. As you're going, trust that, right? Trust that you have the knowledge necessary to help you become who you're wanting to become. Now, what is the obstacle that you face? You have the Three of Cups here, okay? And I really feel that the obstacle here is going to be certain people within your pack or certain people within your everyday circle that might not fully support your endeavors, right? I really feel that the obstacle is going to be here. And okay, so here's another thing. I really feel another obstacle is going to be celebrating a little too early, right? Are you celebrating too soon? Or are you only seeing things from one vantage point? Are you only seeing things from one perspective instead of recognizing that, there are several ways on how you can achieve certain things? So I am going to draw a clarifier for this because I want to see what additional information Spirit has and what the advice is for your obstacle this month. So angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, what obstacle does, what is the clarifier for this Three of Cups for the obstacle? Okay. All right, we have the Two of Pentacles, which is finding balance, with the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment, right? It's about spiritual and emotional fulfillment. So a Three of Cups usually to me represents a celebration, okay? So again, I really feel that this is about the obstacle that you face, which is celebrating too soon. right? Because are you in balance? Is it in alignment with what you are trying to create or what you're trying to manifest? And is it fulfilling for you, right? Because the Nine of Cups is really about a wish fulfillment and recognizing that, you know, not every person in your life is meant to stay in your life forever. Really listen to that. Recognize that there are some people in your life that you know, they come into your life for a certain specific time and a certain specific reason, and then it's time to let them go. It's time to move on to the next thing, right? Because that's how you spiritually fulfill yourself. Now, what is the support that you have? You have the Four of Wands. This is beautiful. The support is that what Spirit wants you to know is that they're waiting for you at the finish line. You're going to be successful. You just don't believe that you're going to be successful because all you're really looking at is all of the conflict and everything that is still left to be done. But as long as you hold that vision, as long as you hold that steadfast to that goal, that end goal, right? You're going to have all of the stability, all of the security that you need. Everything is going to be abundant, and you'll be able to celebrate that hand in hand with Spirit at the end of the road. That is the support you have. Now, what is the action that you have this month? It's the Six of Wands. The action here is celebrating. You know, when you can embrace and balance both dynamics of the light self and the shadow self here, and be consistent with working on yourself, then you'll be able to celebrate, right? Your action this month is really, it's really about going the distance. It's really about going the distance here. You know, the Six of Wands is really about that celebration of success after a battle has been won, right? And so your action this month is keep going. Don't give up, because the more that you continue to focus on the struggle, the more struggle you face, right? This is just a reminder to you that it wants you to keep going. You're on the right path, okay? Now, what is the advice and the encouragement? You have the Fool, which is be willing to take risks. Take a leap of faith. Recognize that it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to feel brand new, and it's going to feel like unfamiliar territory for you, Scorpio, but it wants you to go the distance. It wants you to continue on this path, continue on this journey, because this is a new exploration for you. It's a new life, a new way of living, and a new way of being. So let's draw an additional card to see what additional information Spirit has for you here, Scorpio. I hope this was very helpful. I am sorry and I apologize that my camera stopped functioning, but let's hope that it keeps going so that I can finish this up for you. So angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, what additional information do you have for Scorpio this month? What additional information and insight do you have for Scorpio this month? Okay, well, you got 3 cards, more than anyone else. So let's see. Okay, beautiful. Oh, okay. Here's what I'm going to say, Scorpio, because this is very interesting. The angels are speaking to you in numbers today. So I want you, wherever you are right now, I want you to write these numbers down, because these are going to be very important numbers for you to look up, okay? You got 2 4s and 2 3s. So you definitely want to look up 33 and 44, and then look up the number 4 and look up the number 3. Okay. You also got the numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you got those consecutive numbers. Okay. Now the 3 cards that you got was number 63, which is Winter's Dream, which is gestation period. Then you got the number 36, which is Lost in Space, needing direction, right? So 63 and 36 are the same number reversed. and they both represent a 9. So you're going to want to look up the number 9, and you're going to want to look up the number 63, the number 36, and then the number 99. I'm telling you this because you're going to get so much more insight into this reading this month with these numbers. Okay. So let's see how, okay, so this is how it's going to go. This is how it wants to be read. Okay, so we're going to start off with your first card. I'm going to read what's in the book for these cards. I'm going to give you the gist of what I feel this is representing. So the first card you have is number 25, which is Garden of Venus, which is rest and renewal. Now, what I want to point out here is that Venus represents love, okay? And what I really feel that your entire reading here is attributing to is that it's wanting you to be a little bit more gentler with yourself. Recognizing that there are phases in our life. And right now, you are in a phase of rest and renewal, okay? Your next card is going to be number 36, which is Lost in Space, Needing Direction. And then we're going to end with number 63, Winter's Dream, Gestation Period, right? So this is really about learning to take a step back so that you can truly align to the direction that Spirit is trying to lead you. So let's look at number 25, Garden of Venus. The place of all is well, rest and renewal and self-acceptance. When the Garden of Venus appears, you are invited, actually summoned, to return to the pleasure garden of love. It is time to leave the field of battle. Put your sword away. There is nothing you need to defend anymore. Step through the gate into the garden of earthly delights. Bask in the joy of the wish-fulfilling trees and the scent of the healing flowers. You have returned home. You are weary, and it is time to rest deeply and be renewed. Go into this sacred garden alone, as there is no need for another to be present to experience its pleasures. Really stop looking for the other. Enter by yourself. Allow your senses to intoxicate you. Leave all thought behind. Lose your analytical mind and return to your body. In the Garden of Venus, there is a still pond that shows you your reflection when you stooped down to drink. Who is that staring back at you? Look at who you have become. Rinse your face with these healing waters and practice deep acceptance. Love who you have turned into with all your imperfections and blemishes. The goddess Venus holds a mirror that allows you to see yourself in all your flawed beauty. Do not become caught in its spell. After a quick glance, take the mirror with you and return to the battlefield that you may reveal to others who they are becoming. Then you will no longer have a use for your sword. All right, and now we're going to move to number 36. Which is Lost in Space. Feeling lost, needing direction and focus, a 24-hour day. This is going to be very important for you, Scorpio. Sometimes in life, we lose our way, perhaps falling prey to addictive behaviors, jealousy, comparison, resistance, or fear. This happens especially when we are up-leveling and genuinely changing for the better. A part of us, hiding in the vast expansiveness of space, wants to sabotage our progress. In the transformation process, our inner world no longer feels safe or inhabitable, as we find that our thoughts and beliefs have morphed beyond recognition. You may find yourself adrift in this way right now, unable to focus or determine the next step. You might be tired and simply need to regroup and rest. When you lack direction, the first thing to do is redirect your perspective of time. Like a newborn baby who needs swaddling to feel safe, you're invited to reduce your life visioning to the next 24 hours. Anyone can handle living in 24-hour compartments, which allows everything to feel grounded and manageable. You get lost in space when you imagine being swallowed up in the giant vastness of the future with its dark uncertainty, or reflect on how your past has held you captive in a hall of distorted, never-ending mirrors, reminding you of your mistakes and flaws, failures and losses. Take heart that the simple 24-hour container immediately banishes these two awful entries away. You will find your energy and focus restored as you recognize that you were never lost at all. Keep it simple. Right now, conserve your energy and take care of you in basic fundamental ways, and the world will be right again. And last but not least, Scorpio, we have number 63, Winter's Dream. The Winter's Dreams is a summons to go within. Your life force longs to turn inward, like the sap of trees returning to the roots. Cast your gaze towards the deep and hidden places in your heart. Come to rest again in the sanctuary and safety of your soul, and be at peace, basking in your crystalline clarity in that quiet place. This is not hibernation. Do not fall asleep. Take your quiet, wakeful nature with you into stillness, and know that you are replenishing your life force. Trust that the deeply buried seeds inside your soul, the ones you planted even before you were born, are stirring softly, ready to awaken with the spring. But do not try to rouse them early. Instead, surrender to the quiet of Winter's Dream. Winter's Dream can lull you into a slumber where you can lose consciousness and become caught in a nightmare. Awaken, awaken. Find that easy return to wakefulness that brings you clarity. This is the time to set your priorities in order, yet not act on any of them. Allow the clarity and transparency that comes with Winter's Dream to permeate your heart and soul. The time for action will come later. Remember that all things are born of dreams, and your task is to wake up within the dream to lucidly guide it to your chosen destination. Scorpio, this is your beautiful message this month. I truly love how everything sort of fell into place. I truly feel that ultimately your overall message here is going to be the Emperor, which is about learning to claim your inner power, learning to find the stability and the security within yourself by balancing both your shadow and your light aspects of yourself, recognizing that you hold the key to your own success. And it's about detaching from the outcome, recognizing that you are fully supported, you are fully guided, you are fully loved. You will be successful. Take a risk. Allow yourself to bask in the essence of moving freely into your new evolution. I thank you so much for joining me here, Scorpio. I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.